Head chef Scott Morrison showed he was number one as he headed back to work on Sunday morning. Stepping out from Currybilly House in Sydney, Mr. Morrison gave the distinctive hand signal before stepping into the Prime Minister's official C1 Commonwealth car, just hours after his shock election victory. Mr. Morrison, now elected in his own right, must deliver on a raft of promises, from tax cuts and fewer immigrants, to a new coal power station. They were promises few thought would happen. All eyes had been on Labour's transformative policy agenda of scrapping negative gearing, aggressively fighting climate change, and cutting tax loopholes. But the coalition's miracle victory, despite polling predicting Bill Shorten would be swept into the lodge, means they are now actually set to become law. Mr. Morrison dedicated his victory to the quiet Australians who didn't care for Mr. Shorten's attacks on the wealthy and didn't want their bills to rise because of a focus on renewable energy. His victory speech gave clues as to who he thought his supporters were and the issues his government was likely to focus on. It has been those Australians who have worked hard every day, they have their dreams, they have their aspirations, to get a job, to get an apprenticeship, to start a business, to meet someone amazing, he said. To start a family, to buy a home, to work hard and provide the best you can for your kids. To save your retirement. And to ensure that when you're in a retirement, that you can enjoy it because you've worked hard for it. Immigration. Scott Morrison's government will put 18,750 cap on the number of humanitarian visas Australia would issue in a year, with 60% of them to be for females. It would boost the percentage of refugees resettled in regional areas from 30 to 40% to ease pressure on crowded cities. These refugees would need to live in regional areas for at least 3 years to qualify for permanent residency. Overall permanent immigration would be capped at 160,000, down from the present net level of 190,000, 110,000 of which would be skilled migrants plus 47,000 family places. Australia's actual intake has only exceeded the coalition's cap twice since the early 1980s, accepting 19,998 in 2012, 13 in 21,968 in 2016 to 17. Housing. The re-elected coalition government would set up a $500 million first home loan deposit scheme. Taxpayers would stump up the cost of a home loan deposit, with property first-timers only needing to put in 5% to get a mortgage instead of the usual 20%. It would be available for single people earning less than $125,000 and couples earning a combined salary of less than $200,000. The coalition opposed any changes to negative gearing, in opposition to Labour's plan to restrict negative gearing to new homes from January 2020 and have the capital gains tax discount from 50% from 25%. The opposition claimed the policy would save the budget $32.5 billion over the next decade.